Yeah, just kidding. You know I really do dance like that. Tina Jolie here, aka Siren Bella Says. I want to welcome you back to my channel. Before we get started, can we take a moment to appreciate this laundry bun? Yes, Lord, that is the perfect Sunday bun. So in today's video, I am going to be revisiting the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation in this shade Buff Beige. This is the third time that I have purchased this foundation. I hope that this is not the third time that I return the foundation. I feel like I have improved upon my skill sets when it comes to application. I feel like I apply less, and ever since I brought this girl into my life, I feel like the outcome of my foundation has been far more superior than before. So today I am going to go in with this CoverGirl Trublend Base Business Skin Primer in Pore Minimizing, and then I'm going to spot prime with my Tatcha, and then we're going to go in with this baby and see if we can make it work. So if you're interested in seeing how this CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir works on my acne scarred, oily combination skin, stick around. Okay, I've got my primer that is purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors, in case you didn't know. Super, super pretty. Go ahead and blend this baby all over. So my T-zone gets progressively oilier throughout the day. The perimeter of my face is normal to dry. I do have exaggerated pores pretty much all over my cheeks, my nose, the center of my forehead, and my skin. But this Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, I can't stop talking about her. I mean, she's been an absolute game changer. And if she's not already in your collection, I say go for it. I really like the way this CoverGirl primer feels. It feels, I don't know, it feels oddly hydrating, silky, putting the excess on my hands. Silky enough that I need a tissue to open up my Tatcha. Interesting. I'm used to pore minimizing primers having a little more sort of tackiness to them. All right, I'm gonna go right in. This is my $20 mini from Sephora. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of circular motion going inwards. And the interesting thing about this Tatcha primer is that you don't see the results immediately. It's more so once you've applied your foundation and your powders and your blush that you're like, holy crap, everything is laying so unbelievably pretty. And I do like to put this pretty much everywhere. I do also apply it under my eyes. And I don't wait that long after application to go in with my base products. I'm kind of on the fence, you know. Some professionals say that you should, you know, wait 10-15 minutes. Others say you should go right in. I say do whatever works for you. And that's my final answer. Today I dropped my cell phone on my forehead. I mean, full frontal, and that shit hurt. Comment down below if you've ever done that half asleep. It didn't feel good. Okay, so I've got my foundation in the shade Buff Beige. If I do remember correctly, it does oxidize. I also pulled out my CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream in the shade Light Medium. I may put a dollop of this with this. And I'm looking around and I do not see my sponge, which makes me very sad. All right, so I'm gonna literally one pump it because in the past I've put way too much product. And then I think I'm gonna do this more so for color because this is looking a bit rosy in undertone, kind of peachy rosy. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of the BB cream because it's got a little bit more of a yellow undertone. They've got a similar texture though in that unforgettable CoverGirl smell. All right, I'm gonna grab my IT Cosmetics brush from Ulta. It's the Airbrush full coverage complexion brush. And yeah, I'm gonna put 2 little dots there. And just go ahead and gently, I'm gonna push this product in. It's definitely not a watery formula. It's a little thicker in texture. I'm staring at myself in my phone's, screen, and I've got this ring light partially blinding me. But from what I can see so far, I've got some light coverage. I do have a lot of, ruddiness in my cheeks. All right, I'm gonna grab my mirror. I'm going back in to the product. I really don't know if this is gonna be my color, but we shall see. All right. I'm not sure if I like the way this is applying with the brush, and I might hop off camera real quick and go find my Juno & Company microfiber velvet sponge. I've been enjoying her, although I can't figure out if I am supposed to be using her wet or dry. Comment down below if you have the Juno & Company microfiber sponge and what your experiences of her have been. She's only $6. I purchased her online. There are a ton of YouTubers out there who swear by her. I do not own the Beauty Blender, although I have in the past, but I find that, the sort of knockoff beauty sponges at Marshall's do the trick. I do own, like a few Real Technique sponges, but I feel like they reformulated them and they're just a little bit too light and fluffy for me. But yeah, this is one light layer. It definitely evened out my skin tone. Is it full coverage by any means? No. Do I think it could be buildable? Yes. Let me go grab my sponge. I'll be right back and we'll see if we can build her up a little bit. I'm back. I went ahead and took my Juno & Company sponge and my Smashbox primer water and just lightly misted it just to give it a little bit of moisture. And I'm gonna pick up whatever I had left on my hands. And I did turn my ring light down just a little bit. And the foundation did dry down super quickly, but it was a really light layer. And I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can build up. And I'm not gonna bring this foundation under my eyes. I normally do, but not today. All right, let me go ahead and I like to mist my face in between layers just to kind of move the foundation along. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze out one more pump of just the foundation. Go ahead and coat this baby. It's definitely oxidizing for sure. All right, let's go around here. I'm not gonna worry too much about blending down my neck because my work shirt is a collared shirt, so. And as you know, I don't put any foundation on the bridge of my nose, but I do put a little bit on the tip and along the sides, but I like to keep the middle, I like to keep it free of foundation. I just think it makes the face look less made up. All right, I think I'm gonna stop there. Let's turn these lights down a little bit. Everything is coming through. I mean, every single pore. And this is with my Tatcha primer. As far as the color goes, like, I'm not mad at it. Like, I'm almost tempted to go in with one more layer. What do you guys think? I mean, I guess this is a foundation review. I don't know, my skin's looked a lot better. Okay, I'm gonna grab my Tatcha and I'm gonna dip my sponge into it. And I'm gonna go in with a light layer just around here. I'm gonna see if I can't help out with the texture. And honestly, there's no way of getting around the texture. If you have textured skin, we're human. Don't let it cause you any anxiety, okay? Just remember, there was life before Instagram and Snapchat filters. All right, so I went in with the Tatcha. All right, let's go in with one more squeeze of the Covergirl. Back onto the sponge, and let's go in one more time. I do like how my skin looks after that second layer of the Tatcha though. Oh yeah, that looks much more built up. Oh yeah, that's smoothed out that area quite a bit. One thing to note about the foundation is that it does dry down super quickly. There's not a lot of room for error as far as blending time goes. All right, this is after 3 pumps. I'm curious to see what this looks like after we've laid down our concealer and our powder. I'm gonna go in with another misting. Any facial mist that you have will be just fine. The Mario Badescu, the Wet n Wild facial sprays are really, really nice. The Rimmel sprays. All right, let's crack into concealer. All right, today we are giving the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Concealer a go. This is in the shade Natural. It claims to have up to 24-hour coverage and a matte finish. First thing I noticed is that it glides on really, really creamily, which I appreciate. I'm gonna go in first with my e.l.f. concealer brush and then finish off with a sponge. Really, really easy to blend. Put some right on the tip of my nose, right in between my brows. My dogs are up to something, Cersei, but they should not be up to. Right around my mustache. And in between my chin and my bottom lip. All right, I'm gonna grab my sponge and just finish off. Yeah, I really like this. This is nice. I definitely recommend the NYX concealer. They have not let me down. I think the coverage is quite nice. Did a great job of canceling out the darkness under my eyes, you know, and I didn't go in with a super heavy hand. Not a lot of brightening going along, not a lot of brightening going on because I did not get it to be a brightening concealer. I just got it in a shade that matches my skin. But yeah, I really, really like that. All right, moving on to powder. Today I'm going in with the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Powder in the shade Classic Ivory. And I'm gonna use this as an all-over setting powder. And if you haven't tried this powder before, it's very creamy, covers really, really well without looking cakey. And I am gonna go in with that same sponge. And it does have a mirror in the compact, which is a nice feature. All right, I'm gonna start from the perimeter and work my way in. I like to go in super light around the forehead. Yeah, that's really, really nice. I really like how that turned out. We're gonna go in with whatever's left on our sponge and just lightly dust under the eye and on the eyelids. And then I'm gonna grab a fluffy brush. I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques Ultimate Powder Brush. Go in one more time and then just lightly dust. Admittedly, I really like the way my face looks right now. Okay, we're moving right along. Moving on to bronzer and blush. Okay, going in with my favorite CoverGirl Instant Cheekbones in Sophisticated Sable. I own every single shade that they have to offer. This is an OG product recommended by Emily Noel. The highlights on these are gorgeous. You've got a mid-tone and then you've got sort of a deeper. So I go ahead and take a medium-sized fluffy brush and mix in between the two. And we're gonna go ahead and blush this baby up. And I find if you do have texture, this does not emphasize, but it does give the most beautiful sheen. Dipping back in to those first two shades. Yeah, really, really beautiful. Okay, you can go in with another layer if you like. It really all depends. I like to build my blush, you know, in layers, and I like to use a smaller brush, you know, so I can be more precise with my application. I find if you go in initially with a brush like this, you drag your blush and your bronzer down. It's great if you want to blend upwards, but I don't think that initial application, it should be a big brush. But that's just my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a recent acquisition. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in the shade Sunset Striptease, a gorgeous neutral bronzer. Picked it up at Walgreens. I have been in love with this bronzer. You know, all of the Wet n Wild products, they are a little bit powdery, but they are pigmented. They are meant to be built, you know, in light layers, and they pack a punch, and they last a really long time. So if you're looking for a beautiful bronzer option, definitely check out these new Wet n Wild bronzers. And I'm gonna go ahead and slightly contour and bronze with the same brush. Really, really nice. Digging back in. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful flush of color. I'm going to bring it up on my forehead into my heart formation. That's been my favorite way to apply bronzer on my forehead. Definitely getting in that hairline and then imagining that there is a heart. So it leaves a little bit of, you know, brightness here, but you can get that forehead slightly receded. Or that five head, whatever you want to call it. All right, I'm going to finish up the other side. All right, we're almost there. So I filled in my brows, maybe a little too aggressively with the Rimmel Brow This Way in Soft Black. This is currently my favorite brow pencil, and I do love the spoolie and the sort of, I don't know, like rectangular angled tip. I picked up this Almay Velvet Foil Cream Shadow. This is a new product by Almay. It claims to have up to 24-hour coverage. I saw 5 shade options at my CVS. It's a Velvet Foil Cream Shadow. I have never played with any Almay products, but I thought this looked like, you know, it looked promising, and it was under $9. As I fling it. All right, take 2. Okay, came out the package easy enough. We're gonna untwist. You've got your little protective cap. I have a feeling that a lot is gonna come out. Give her a little shake. I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze her on the back of my hand. Oh yeah, she's pretty. Look at that. All right, again, this is in the shade Ruby Glam. So I didn't think this far ahead. I was thinking initially I would apply with my fingers, but because I do have hooded eyes and not that big of eyes, maybe I should go in with a brush first. But the question is, which brush should I go in with? This is real life, y'all. All right, I'm gonna grab this Anastasia double-ended, dual-ended. I'm gonna use this side. It's a synthetic brush. I'm gonna go ahead and coat my brush, and my eyes have already started watering. I'm just gonna go in and apply it on my lid and see what happens, all right? You ready? Starting at the lash line. No trouble at all blending it out. And what I noticed out the gate is that I'm not losing opacity as I'm blending, which is nice. Have any of you played with the new HUDA? My nose is running. The new HUDA shadows? Comment down below if you have, and curious to hear what your experiences are. All right, this seems to be drying down quite readily. I'm gonna go back in. And again, I am just winging it right now. Trying to build out a shape. Go back in. The blend time is forgiving. This is really, really pretty. Curious as to why Almay felt the need to specify, you know, like why the selling point. Okay, so here are my heavy hooded lids, right? Like you see how it's just kind of creeping over top. So I'm actually, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna bring it up just a little bit more, tilt my head back. I wish I had my mimosa close to me because I would so take a sip right now. I did make a little boo-boo here. But I really, really like the texture. I mean, these are super easy to work with. And if you didn't have hooded eyes, I imagine this would be a dream to apply on your lids. As you can see, I've just got a little, oh, look at that. That was easy to clean. So my idea is I just wanted to do like a simple color in the crease, just to make like the contrast not so jarring. But yeah, I mean, that's really, really pretty. What do y'all think? That's a beautiful color. Okay, I have my ABH Modern Renaissance. If you have the Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air, or any palette that's got a, you know, some rosy colors, just, I'm gonna stick with the same ABH. I'm gonna grab Love Letter, and I'm gonna throw her in the crease. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna not grab that brush. I'm gonna grab my BH Cosmetics flat top blending brush in 139. Going into Love Letter. Oh shit! Stamping some on my hand, cocking my head back. I'm just gonna gently pat. And I am going over top of that Almay cream color. Once I get that initial shape, I'm gonna go in with a more precise brush. But right now I'm just stamping gently because I want to build out a shape, especially right here. This is my problem area right there, where the folds of my skin give me the most headache. Next time I'm gonna try building out my crease first and then going in with the cream shadow. We're learning together, y'all. All right, let me grab something a little. I'm grabbing my Morphe M506, just a more precise crease detail brush, going back into Love Letter. I'm just applying that right at the seam where the powder shadow and the cream shadow meet. You see how it's a little, not a little patchy, it's a lot patchy right here. I'm using this detail brush to try to cover up that patchiness. Seems to be doing the trick. All right. I'm relatively pleased with the shape. Depending on the shape of your eye, you know, you can build it out. I recommend that you take your time. If you want to go in with a, you know, a highlight. Right now I need to pluck my eyebrows in the worst way. But yeah, I'm actually quite pleased with the way that this cream shadow by Almay performed. Yeah, I definitely, I can't wait to pick up some more colors. I actually have a little bit left on my hand. I'm gonna go back in with my, you know, packing brush, and I'm just gonna go in. I hope I don't regret this. I'm gonna go in and, yeah, I don't think that this shadow is going anywhere. I'm just gently patting. All right, this is what we've got. I'm really, really happy. I'm gonna hop off camera, finish my other eye, throw on some mascara. I'm gonna apply eyeliner to my waterline, maybe throw on a lip, come back, and we will wrap up. Yeah, that was super cool. All right, comment down below what it looks like on your end. Hopefully it doesn't look like, you know, I got punched in the eye by a purple alien. But yeah, I like this. I can't wait to see how everything comes together. For lips, I'm going in with my Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit High Shine Lipstick in Mauve Overgirl, my current favorite. And then I'm gonna top it off with the Too Faced Melted Latex in, can someone please send me some magnifying glasses, in Twilight Zone. I'm gonna try out this lip combo, and for eyeliner I'm going in with my Rimmel Scandalized Waterproof Gel Black Liner and my tried and true favorite Scandalized Curve Alert Mascara. I love you guys. I will be right back. Okay, love bugs, I am back, and this is my completed look. As you can see, I layered my lippies. I put the Wet n Wild, I lied. I put the Too Faced latex gloss first, and then I layered it with the Wet n Wild glossy lippy. It feels really, really good, and it feels like it's not going anywhere. Yeah, I went ahead and tried to, you know, repeat what I did on this eye to this eye. Next time I would go in a little lighter on my brow, but overall, I'm really happy with the way the skin looks. I think CoverGirl showed up today, and I think that the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer definitely helped out. And yeah, I don't think I would do anything differently. I know a lot of you enjoy putting shadow on the bottom in addition, you know, sort of to like mirror what you've done to the top, but because my eyes are so close set, I find that I just lose my eyes. So I like to keep the bottom a bit more naked and maybe put a coat of brown or black, you know, waterproof mascara. But yeah, I just went in with 2 coats of my Rimmel Curve Alert mascara. I feel like false lashes would go great with this look, and I feel like this is super work appropriate for the restaurant I work at, and it's also just a fun, just throw on a pretty dress and go out and shake your booty. Yeah, just kidding. You know I really do dance like that. All right, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I can't wait to come back and see you. If you haven't already watched, I recently uploaded my tutorial on how to apply false lashes. If you haven't watched it, go check that out. I can't wait to see you all again. All right, I love you so much. Bye-bye. Can someone please send me some magnifying glasses?